My dear creative rebel, you are not meant for the 9 to 5. You are not designed for the 9 to 5. You're meant to thrive in an entirely different capacity, system, structure. However, you've been programmed, conditioned, made docile and dormant and belittled into thinking you have to somehow fit your multidimensional self, soul, and artistry into a box to fulfill the idea, vision, and plan of another system that is in dissonance with your true soul power, authenticity, gifts, and mission. And then on top of that, you're most likely feeling shame, guilt, confusion, frustration as to why this system is so hard for you to squeeze into. And you think the problem is you. The problem is not you. The problem was never you. The school system, the problem of that was not you. The work system, cogwheel, all of it is not you. You're not meant to be a slave to a system and carry out another person's vision in terms of being an employee of someone else's life. You are a superstar. You are here to be an agent of change. You're a giver. Artists are givers. Actors are givers. Agents of change. Catalysts of transformation. You're a gateway to healing and metamorphosis and a portal to so many new places and awareness and perspective and perceptions that otherwise wouldn't be made available without you. So how could you fit into that box? And mind you, I have spent the majority of my life thinking that there's something wrong with me until I went to a Russian theater school in Uzbekistan and for the first time in my life understood my genius. Understood my zone of genius, and I was just a fish that needed to be in water for the first 21 years of my life, but I was somehow on land and forced to climb trees, even though I love trees and I love hugging trees. But I was supposed to be in water. And then when I finally went into water, I understood, oh my God, I am capable, I am talented, I am gifted, I am smart intellectually, but mostly creatively. And then we somehow get transposed and put into these systems that run us on a hamster wheel until burnout, wondering why we're barely making it and are still miserable in the process and don't even have time to spend on our dream work. Somehow our artist work always gets the seconds, the leftovers, the hangovers, because we're so burned out from just trying to survive in this Matrix 3D world of the senses, disconnected from our power, disconnected from our gifts, disconnected from our true nature. So many people now, especially with the gifts of the internet and just general new awareness and consciousness awakening on the planet, that it doesn't have to be this way because so many people are not living this way. However, we wonder why the fuck isn't it working for us? Why is there something wrong with us where we can't access this kind of freedom or financial security outside of the traditional form? And there's many reasons. I mean, I don't know your specific circumstances, and mind you, it is a journey. Why? Because it's a change of identity. So many people are looking to get out of the 9 to 5 workforce only to find themselves employees as freelancers or as actors or as artists or as photographers, wondering why they're still overworking, under-earning, and giving all of their time, life force, energy, and playtime to their job. It's been a journey for me, and I'm sure it's a journey for you. And the beauty is we get to come together and share our revelations and share what worked, what didn't, what pivots and awakenings and breakthroughs of consciousness that allowed us or are allowing us, or like a kindling on the horizon of possibility to support us to create a new reality for ourselves. But ultimately, that's where it begins. So many people say, well, I can, whatever it is. I can be a freelance writer. I can be a freelance editor. I can be a freelance videographer. I can start my own business. I can go be whatever it is, right? But the one thing that I see so many people are missing, that's not quite the right word, because again, everything is within us. The desire wouldn't be within us if the universe didn't want us to have this thing. And in fact, it's already revealed. It's just on a whole different parallel destiny, a different timeline that we can tune into at any point in the quantum field. But that's another conversation for another time. Or maybe it's this conversation that's going to meet us and circle back. But, and this is with me when I began my journey of understanding that everything I was doing in the 3D as an actress, as a writer, as at the time I was working in restaurants still, and now, you know, starting my business and being a facilitator and a practitioner of emotional freedom techniques, and now soon to be breathwork and Reiki, and just like a facilitator of artistic potential. Early on, this was really, really, really challenging for me, because everyone says, oh, you take this, whatever, learn how to do business, learn how to do marketing, and then everything will just fall into place. It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with your own self-concept, your personal power, who you believe yourself to be, your identity, right? We've never been taught how to be a CEO. We've been taught how to be an employee. We've been taught how to be controlled. We've never been taught how to harness our own power, and then we wonder why nothing's working, because we've never been taught how to do this. So please, let's take a breath with that. Forgive yourself for learning and growing a new gift right now to the best of your capabilities. But we're doing it right now. And here you are getting the keys and codes to your next breakthrough and literally jumping into a new timeline. Because if I had learned this 5, 6, 7 years ago, you know what? I always believe that we're always in the right place at the right time, even though time doesn't exist. Future, past, present, now. It's all here in the generous present moment in the quantum field. We're all in it. We're all in it to win it. But ultimately, you have the capacity. There's so many sounds happening right now. I think there's just so much emphasis coming through. Ultimately, you have the capacity to tap into this now. And with the awareness that, you know, just reflecting, have I been acting out, embodying, following the pattern of being an employee, when instead I'm here to be the executive producer. I'm here to be the artistic director, or what I like to call, instead of CEO, I like to say CEA, Chief Executive Artist. You're here to be a chief executive artist, baby. I see this so much with actors, and I used to really struggle with this. Like, I almost laugh at the universe a little bit, because I was so resistant to the acting or the business side of acting in the States. It like literally made me nauseous. I hated it. I had such a visceral reaction to it. And when I just come back from Tashkent, and I had moved to New York, and I got my solo show onto Broadway, and I was just like, art, I'm only here for the art. I can only be here for the art. I am an artist. Why do you want me to be a business? Why do you want me to be a product? And like could not even fathom the idea of moving to LA. I'm going to make another video about how LA literally healed decades, if not lifetimes, if not ancestral pain of programming and conditioning of the matrix, so I could step into my full artistic power, schedule, and system and creativity. I'm going to make another video about that because it warrants it. And it's more surprising to me than anyone. So funny. Anyway, so I went to New York, and I was like, how the fuck can I do a bit? Like, acting isn't a business, it's a craft. You have to master the craft. Like, all I could think about was the craft and the artistry. And I was like, F this, trying to find a type and an 8, like just the whole business. I could not stomach it. And I was really stuck. I was really confused. I was really hurt. I was running in circles. I was, you know, that feeling of when you're here for so much and ready to give so much, and it's just like not working, and you're running against a wall, and it's that like pitfall in your stomach, and then you're usurped of your energy, and you're confused as to why you have these dreams and gifts, but it's not flowing. And then you see other people flowing, and then you think something's wrong with you. You've been there. I know it. We're here together. I love you. It's all part of the divine plan, and you're exactly where you're meant to be. Trust the process and take these keys and codes seriously right now. Come back to this video, listen to this video, walk with it, move with it, dance with it, talk to it, romance it, seduce it. Just sit with it, how it feels in your mind, body, and nervous system. Somatically awaken, open yourself to it, to feel into it. So there I was, nothing in my life was working. I was miserable at a restaurant job. Oh God, it was a really hard time. I was shut down. I had trauma was running the show, complex PTSD. It was a horrible hole. I had OCD, anxiety. I wasn't sleeping. It was horrible until tapping entered my life. And I'm going to make another video for that, because we have so many new amazing creative rebels and friends and colleagues and co-conspirators, co-creatives of the new artistic paradigm. And I want to share all that EFT helped me heal and transform and catalyze and accelerate in such a short amount of time. Like, I've literally had so much. It's not just quantum healing, it's quantum jumping, it's quantum shifts, it's quantum leaps, but it's done grounded and expansive. We go down and out as much as we go up, because you can't only go up. You need to spread those roots to hold and sustain the success you're here to cultivate and create and magnetize and attract and manifest. So tapping entered my life, and I began to have these seeds of ideas of just, like, all I ever wanted to do was share my methods I learned in Tashkent at the Ilkhom Theater of Mark Weil. Ilkhom is the Uzbek word for inspiration. So it's literally the theater of inspired acting. I had these wishes, these dreams to just share these methods, share these techniques, talk about art, write about art, make art, create art, share art, perform art, all these things. And that's where Art to the Artist was born. Just the pure wish, the желание, the desire to connect and share in creativity. And it just like wasn't fully happening the way I thought it could. And so somehow, like, in COVID, I began to share ideas and concepts and things online, and it began to gain traction, and it began to give me an outlet where I could, like, sing the song of my soul, not in its full breadth and bandwidth, but in some capacity, and connect in such a way. And I began to learn entrepreneurship or solopreneurship or artpreneurship separate from my acting career. And this was the greatest gift I could have asked for, because I learned that I could make it my own. That it's my own belief systems, limiting beliefs, competing beliefs, beliefs about what's possible for me, my own self-concept, my own identity, my own just worthiness and enoughness and deservability and self-value, that began to build this infrastructure and this architecture about creating your own business, essentially. And as an actor, you are a business person. As an artist, you are a business person. And we're not taught this in school. In fact, the way capitalism and colonialism works is it keeps us very compartmentalized. But everything is synthesized. Everything's an ecosystem. Everything cross-pollinates. So to learn this in such a capacity and then recognize, oh, wow, I can make it my own. No one's writing the rules here except me. And that's equally liberating and fucking terrifying, because you're, again, never taught how to be your own boss. You're never taught how to be your own artistic director. You're taught how to be an employee. But again, this is why the Ilkhom Theater, their work is so phenomenal, because they teach you how to be a dramatic artist, not just an actor. I mean, we weren't given scripts or scenes or dramatic text until the end of our second year. We weren't doing character work to the beginning of our second year. We were taught how to make a dramatic structure out of nothing, literally creating something from nothing. And I was like, whoa, okay, so I do this on stage. I do this in my craft. Can I do this in life? Can I do this as a business? Can I do this as a soul offering? Can I do this with my finances? And mind you, it's been a fucking journey. And I've burned down to the ground so many times and risen like a phoenix from the glorious ashes, and so many rock bottoms I've lost count. But it's the old self dying so the new can be reborn. You are not meant to follow the status quo, my goodness. You're not even meant to break it. You're meant to make a whole new trajectory. And the beauty is we get to do it together. That is the gift. So I hope this message serves you. I hope it supports you. I hope it offers you things to ruminate on, move with, dance with, breathe with, be with. And if you have any questions or insights or revelations you want to share, let's meet in the chat and do it. I want to let you know I've also had requests about, to share beforehand, right now, my bespoke, best-selling New Year's masterclass, Artistically Aligned, Drop the Grind, Get Artistically Aligned, your 2025 Revolution and Renaissance, is on sale at 2 price points right now. So it's all about aligning your subconscious program with your conscious goal so you can make the dream on your heart manifest the easy way. It's one of the most phenomenal, powerful, potent, metamorphic sessions I've ever done. You get to keep the recording for life. You get future self journaling questions for integration, and these incredible channeled elevate your self concept for artists subliminal affirmation recording. So it's like music with subliminals underneath. So it bypasses the analytical factor of the mind and goes straight into the subconscious and rewires the subconscious as you're chilling, as you're stretching, as you're cooking, as you're walking, as you're dancing, as you're meditating, whatever it is. So that is a bonus of this experience. But I've had the request to make it a separate product, so you can just buy it on its own if for some reason you don't want to sign up for the whole Artistically Aligned package, which I, again, suggest you do, because right now, normally it's, the value is over $500. It's normally available for $111, but right now, after the LA fires, it's available at 2-tier price points. You can either invest, if you have the financial capacity, for $88, or if you don't currently have the financial capacity, $44. So many sounds, but let me know if you're interested in just getting the subliminals on their own, because we've had that request, and if there's enough, or I want to meet you where you're at. And sometimes it's quantum leaps and sometimes it's baby steps, but remember, it's micro actions that compound into lasting transformation. And that's what we're here to create together. Sustainable success, lasting transformation, rooted, grounded, and anchored to the earth, so we can reach way up to the cosmos, the sky, and dance in the realm of our higher selves and bring it back down to the earth plane. We get to co-create with, make miracles with, and support and inspire and awaken other people with, through our art, through our intuitions, through our intentions, through our visions, through our gifts. Your gifts are meant to be, destined to be heard, felt, seen, memorized, mesmerized. The world needs you, creative rebel. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe. We are spearheading the new artistic paradigm together. If this video resonates in all the right ways, give it a thumbs up. And if you don't know what to say in the comments, just say, I'm ready to create my own ecosystem of superstar success. Let's cross-pollinate together. I'll see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao. Mwah.